Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. We've got a bit of transfer news on this Saturday afternoon. Are you ready? It's a lot to do with Rangers, so strap in. Now, Robin Proper, we know he's kind of flopped in Glasgow. The 31-year-old is linked with a return to his native Netherlands this summer. That's according to the Scottish Sun. Now, doesn't mention a club, just mentions that he's linked with a return. Does that do anything for you? Does that do anything for me? Well, I'll tell you what it does for me. Guy's no good enough, alright? No two ways about it. The guy is simply no good enough. He will not be good enough. I mean, he's shown he's borderline alright when it comes to Europe, right? But Rangers need a wee bit more than borderline alright, don't we? Now, hopefully this is going through, and what you don't want is another guy that is just running down his contract situation until like the end of his contract. So yeah, get a couple of I was going to say, you're not going to get a couple of mil. I don't really know what you're going to get back, but I think we can all accept that this deal has absolutely flopped here from a Rangers perspective. I mean, it's absolutely fell on its arse, if we're being brutally honest. For a guy to be 30, a decade of Eredivisie experience, to be sitting looking like the inexperienced guy of a back two when literally partnered with a guy that's played about 3 games, it really does speak volumes. We can talk about, honestly, what is it? You know what I mean? We can talk about expectations of playing at Rangers, right, and things like that, but well, it was supposed to believe that if Robin Proper was playing for Aberdeen, he'd be among one of the best centre backs in the league. I just don't get it. Some players' arses just can't handle it. But it's so amateur, you know. So he can handle expectations in Europe to a degree, but he can't handle them in the league. I think it's just a simple case that they don't treat the league with enough respect, and when the going gets tough and you're up against physical, you know, centre forwards, they're arsefolds. But again, you get physical centre forwards in Europe. You know what I mean? Like we took on Edin Dzeko there. You know, we took on other, like Lacazette. I mean, fuck, Leon Bard. I know Lacazette ain't the tallest, but he's a big lad at the end of the day. So I don't really understand what Robin Proper's problem is, but you know, it's not April. This guy is not going to get any better. Let's just face facts on that and maybe accept the L. Alright, let's accept the L from a Rangers point of view. Talking of Rangers, obviously Lyle Cameron, he's on the move to Rangers at the end of the season, but Finn Robertson, he claims he's eager to take over for Lyle, and he wants to, you know, make his transition seem seamless. Looking forward to Lyle Cameron at Rangers. Rate the guy, but we'll see where it goes. I mean, I seen links the other day, and I don't know how much truth is in it. Hell, maybe it was the fact that it was, what do you call that day? April Fool's Day, right? But 17 million for Mohamed Diamondi. Now here, if it's true, I'll absolutely take it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, I don't want 17 million for Mohamed Diamondi, but we'll believe it when it happens, my friends. Right, Peter Grant, former Celtic player, believes that Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Matt O'Reilly could return to Celtic Park this summer. That's according to the Daily Record. Do I believe that? Do I believe that Matt O'Reilly is going to be returning to Celtic Park this summer? No. Could he return to Celtic at one point? Yeah. What I would say is, the problem with this is, I mean, Brighton have bought the guy for 25 million. Brighton are a club that every day of the week tend to get like at least double for their guy. I mean, I think Celtic would have to at least pay half. And I mean, honestly, I think that's taking the piss. I don't think they'd get him for half, if I'm being honest. I think you're looking at a price here where Brighton would probably demand 40-50 million, just due to the fact that he's joined the Premier League. But it's kind of not really worked out for O'Reilly. I'll be honest, I'm not up to date with the Premier League as I used to be. See, when I used to play FIFA, you know, I don't know, you seem to keep a bit more up to date with it. I used to watch Match of the Day a bit more. See English football, it just does not do it for me. Does not do it in the slightest. Like, yeah, the odd, I mean, if there's a game on, I'll bet on it, and you know, there's a big game on a Sunday and there's no Scottish games on, watch it, eat my dinner or whatever. But I don't know, folks, I don't know, is it just me? English football just doesn't do it. Just doesn't do it for me. Like, even the other night, Merseyside derby, Liverpool, you know, don't need to win, but obviously if they win, man, massive step towards the title, and it just feels dead. You know what I mean? I don't know, I don't really know what to say about it, but yeah, Matt O'Reilly coming back, and we'll end with this, almost said Neil Critchley. So Neil Critchley, that's what I want to say. Neil Critchley turned around and said that qualifying for Europe will not define Hearts' summer transfer business. I mean, of course he'd say that, because there's probably a really good chance they don't qualify for Europe, but we all know deep down, man, what a team in Scotland needs is to finish third a couple of years in a row, get the European money and build with it so they can get close to the top two. But of course, after this season, there is no guarantee of European football, which is really unfortunate for those teams. But anyway, guys, Neil Critchley, never rated the guy. He had a decent run of form there, and now his arse is just fucking folded. Hasn't won a big game. The wind's picking up, man. I think it's time for Big Stevie to bail on this video. But guess what? There's going to be a match. See for the next couple of days and across the weeks, man. See the fids here on Folk Football. It's going to be exquisite. Well, exquisite might not be the word if you think we're shite, but there'll be plenty of them regardless. Till then, peace.